Alright guys, so this is another anime review. This anime review will be more on pretty much, I'm going to talk about this for a little bit. Seraph of the End, per se, that's the title for it. Now the names do escape me right now because I haven't read the manga, and I really don't want to butcher the names right now. Probably once I see the episode more and more, I'll get more in depth to it. But pretty much, then with the names per se, pretty much what I got from this anime is now rumors are going around. This is going to have an anime original ending, which we all know how they can turn out. They can turn well out, like Tokyo Ghoul, but Tokyo Ghoul I think is going to have another anime. Because the reaction for season 2 has been positive, like nonetheless. Fans love the hell out of season 2, more so than 1. Parasite, we can have the ending similar to Parasite, where fans are like mixed bag about it, or we can have the ending like a Connie got killed, where fans were pissed the fuck off about it. And that ending was, I ain't gonna lie, I hated that ending. I'm one of those guys like, yeah, you could have did something different, but and I'm hearing rumors there's gonna be a season 2. How the fuck can you follow that up with season 2? But that's not why we're here. We're not even gonna talk about that. We'll talk about it when it comes to it. Let's talk about Seraph of the End. This is a vampire story, pretty much. But what I got from the first episode is a virus breaking around or going around, and I think if you are under the age of 13, you die with the virus. So pretty much these vampires, what they do is, now we don't know the full story if the vampires are behind the virus, which, come on, I think they are. But if you're not in, see, I've seen this story does remind me of a vampire story. I think either was it there was a vampire movie, I think with Ethan Hawke, per se. Let me look it up for right now, because this sounds familiar. I think America has done a movie similar to this with a vampire story. I'm not sure. A virus. I'll look it up later. But in that movie with Ethan Hawke and William Dafoe, it's pretty much similar to that, where the vampires, there's a vampire post-apocalyptic world. Pretty much they've taken over. Humans are pretty much second classes. It really wasn't a good movie per se, but I think the premise is very similar to this. But like I said, the name escapes me right now. Like I said, it's a very forgetful movie. But anyway, back to this. So pretty much, there's a virus going around the age of 13. You get it. So we have our main character. I'm going to try to get his name right. I promise you guys, I'm going to butcher his name. Yui. I'm just going to say Yui for right now. Yui is the main character. Yui. What's his full name? Yeah, we'll call him Yui because, yeah, we'll call him Yui for now. It'll be easier. Yui is the main character of this anime, and we're following his story per se. Pretty much before there's a time. Pretty much this episode is pretty much a epilogue before the battle begins. Pretty much what made him go against the vampires per se, and we get to see it in this episode. The vampires come raid the, I guess, orphanage he's staying at with his family, his newfound family. We come to find out that his father was trying to kill him because they thought he was a demon child, and the orphanage got him in time enough before his father did anything bad or something like that. We don't know the full story with that. I don't think they're going any further with that with his father. I think that was just wrapping him up per se, and that was interesting. So he goes to the orphanage, he meets his new family, and they all stick together, but when they get captured by the vampires, they become food bags. Food bags, pretty much food bags for the vampires. So pretty much what they do with their job is to feed the vampires with their blood, and the vampires will keep them safe. But that comes with being disrespected, getting stuffed on by the vampires, getting thrown around by the vampires because they see them as food bags, and they just see them as meat bags per se. I call them food bags, but meat bags. They just eat them when they're hungry, and that's about it. and pretty much Yui gets pissed off about it. He gets upset. He gets mad. He wants to almost kill one of the vampires, but the vampire is about to throw him off the cliff. But it's slowly stopped by one of the High Council vampires. Well, I want to say stop, but one of the vampires stopped because of that. Then Yui and his brother, brother with the blonde hair, they just, he knows the High Council one of the High Council vampires. He's more in his personal meat bags and stuff like that, or food bags, when they're called meat bags. He sucks the blood out of them when he wants and when he gets free stuff. Come to find out, he's been doing that for a reason, so he can get a map. He can escape with his orphanage family to get out of the vampires' home. Well, that doesn't work out because the High Council knows he steals the map. He meets him halfway there, and the High Council kills every orphanage kid or the whole family instantly. He kills them all. Well, he doesn't even bite them, turn them down. He just slaughters them peacefully. I wish we saw that, but then again, I said, you know what? Maybe they probably couldn't really show kids getting like decapitated like that. Probably not. Probably not. It'd probably be too touchy moment. And plus, with the whole ISIS going around, what happened to one of the Japanese soldiers too? That'd be a touchy subject. But one of the kids all got captured. One of the kids, Yui, the main character, got away because the blonde-haired boy got sacrificed distracted the High Council vampire, so Yui could use a gun and blow his brains out. Now we all know he's not dead. If he's a High Council vampire, I think either you have to stake the fuck out of him or cut his head off, per se. Because vampires, if they live long enough, they'll figure a way to, stay alive over a headshot and stuff. You have to cut their head off. That's what I've learned over the years with vampires and stuff like that. So the story keeps going on, and he meets this group of rebels who are against the vampires, and then he starts crying. He says he wants to fight the vampires. 4 years down the road, we see 4 years down the road, he's actually a soldier among the rebels against the vampires, and there you go. That was our first episode, and I have to be honest with you, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good first episode. The direction they're going with is really interesting. The character itself is very interesting. I hope he's not Attack on Titan Eren, because I really don't want Attack on Titan Eren with him. I want him to be his own character, and it looks like he's going to be his own. The difference between this one and Attack on Titan is the people he was with from day one, they're not with him no more. So pretty much his people are dead. Like his family, his orphanage are fucking dead. So he's on his own, which is a good thing. Number two, this character is very interesting. And he's a character I will follow. Yui. To see what direction he's going. Now his so-called brother who almost sacrificed himself so him, excuse me guys, tongue-tied. So for him to get away, we probably guess he'll come back later on alive or something like that. They always do. It's just once you watch anime or movies or TV shows for so goddamn long, you can write it yourself. When you see it, you're writing it. You're connecting the dots. That's how I am. Even I know both people are even 10 times better than I am. They can connect the dots when they see one scene. They're like, oh, this is where it's gonna go. I never read the manga. I heard good things about the manga. I know one reviewer like Chibi, he reviews anime. He said this is actually better than the opening for the manga, which I was like, oh, that's a good thing. But I'm gonna keep watching this anime because I'm a fan of vampires and I need something to watch. And like I said, I'll try to get this review every week. These are my first 2 anime reviews I'll do for the channel. Hopefully, they're successful and there'll be more. But right now, these are my 2 animes I review. My 2 romantic comedies, Snafu and Sop, and the vampire, and the vampire reign, pretty much per se. And I'm not reading the manga, so if you guys ask me, oh, read the manga, no, I'm not gonna read. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna wait until this ends, because there was another vampire anime that came out before. Was it Blood Bonds or Blood something. I can't really recall what the anime was, and it was trash. It was really trash. I think the best vampire anime per se would be I've seen for anime wise would probably be Trinity Blood. That was pretty good, and probably Vampire Knight, probably, and that's about it. Matter of fact, I should finish Trinity Blood. I've been up and down with that. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. Let me know down below what you think of this anime, what you think of my review. As always, peace, and I'll see you guys later.